All right, so I'm negotiating with Revolt, damn near begging Puff and Dion for more bread so everybody could be situated. And y'all doing this? So for me, it's like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Funk Master Flex called me when I was at OVO Fest last year. All right, I took my wife with me because they wanted to meet me up there. And Flex called me, he said, yo, what's up with your man, Matt? I said, Flex, why are you calling me? You know, like, I didn't want no problem with Flex. Everybody know Clue is my man. And at the time, him and Flex was not getting along. So I'm like, yo, this is the main reason why I didn't want to get in the middle of the music thing. Because I didn't know me and Flex was going to be cool and him and Clue was going to squash it. It was shit going on. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm not in the music business no more.
New York City, this is what New York sounds like.
Right.
Man, Hoffa, I see you, my brother.
Yeah.
One of the proudest moments in my life. Might not mean shit to other people.
Right, but
No, I get it.
Growing up in New York,
nice,
Funk Master Flex dropped a bomb.
It's that, yeah.
It's monumental shit.
And then after that, a nigga taps me and say, yo, give me 5,000. I could get Clue to play it.
I had a deal with SO and Heineken. They signed contracts, and the show started to take off. Pocket watching. People are like, okay, we signed these contracts to get paid this, but now the show is doing this.
My thing is, if you make an agreement to pay me $500 a show, right? Just pay me. That's it. I don't care if you're making $200,000 a show. I really don't. I'm honest. If I make an agreement with you and I'm cool with that agreement, I'm not thinking about the money that you're making now. But if you don't pay me,
now I gotta look at it.
Now I gotta look at it.
Now we pocket watch.
Yeah.
So one day, trying to get in contact with them to shoot an episode. Because you know how it be sometimes. Somebody come in town and they be like, yo, I got from this time to this time.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, the team, can we make this happen?
Last minute audible, yeah.
So I'm getting to the point where I'm calling. 3 niggas ain't picking up. I'm like, yo, we trying to get the... They're not picking up. Why you saying nothing? Then I seen a clip of BagFuel, the show that was supposed to be stopped, go up. I call Heineken, I'm like, yo, this a brand new clip? Yeah, it was SO's idea.
And I explained to Matt, I said, yo, bro, I'm helping to take care of my moms and shit. My mind isn't on the music business right now. I don't even listen to music at all. That's where I was with it. But I said, because that deal that we knew that was going through with Revolt, that we had talked to Matt about what I wanted. That was the down payment for my house in Kinnelaw, New Jersey. I had a $900,000 house. I was about to bring my parents home. I didn't have to go travel with them. It was a big enough house where I could bring my mother, who's bedridden, home with me and have enough space for caregivers to stay and be with my mother around the clock with my father.
Off that situation.
That situation.
I can speak for myself. Like, he didn't do me dirty.
Welcome back and what's good? This is the FuriousRobinson podcast and I'm your host, Furious, your curator of conversation, wordsmith aficionado, voted most likely to be trending down the timeline. Hit the like button early, drop a comment for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel. This is a Sick Times Media production. You see the planes. Math Hoffa, one of the biggest voices in hip hop media, somehow, some way is back in the media cycle. Yes, defending himself from the SO and Heineken barrage. Yes, we back to talking business.
BagFuel, baby.
Because when you brought barbershop talk to the internet, when you created an immaculate cast of co-hosts from Mecca to Sean Bigga to SO and Heineken, Champ, we already know Gat Taylor. So when I'm looking at a lot of these fake business deals, these handshake deals, these contracts that never existed, I still have to ask the $1 million question. Where did the money go?
For me, loyalty is something, it's different.
Serious for you.
It's serious for me. And when you start to play with that, or you start to do things that I don't understand,
like it takes me to some place where it's like, yo, okay, I'm not going through this with you because you're not blood, you're not family, you're not, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna just clip this.
Right.
Man, if you ain't man enough to explain yourself, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in that situation, I just felt like niggas was doing some weird shit at the wrong time.
Because as I look at Math Hoffa on the Rory and Maul podcast, this fireside chat, yes, they were very comfortable. They were lobbing the softball questions I like to see from these urban media pundits. It looks nuts to me because when you sit here and say you were trying to be a rapper, I said, yo, wait, Math Hoffa is still trying to rap? He's still trying to get his music off? This is how this whole beef kind of started internally. So we're really going to get to it. I'm going to unpack every gem I can out of this because I hate to say it, but when your channel is up $200K a month in AdSense, when you're projected to make $2.4 million a year.
We only got paid for 2 months, maybe.
So it was
July.
pretty soon. Nah, it was earlier than that.
No, he sent the paper. I didn't sign it. I did
Still
not
owes
sign
money.
it. He still owes me money. But I signed. He sent the paperwork before, but I wasn't signing it.
Hold on. What did you say, Ghost?
He never signed it himself.
Yeah, he
So
never signed
Yeah,
it.
that's one thing we kept quiet. And to make a contract valid, both parties' signatures got to be on it.
You can even triple that and say, yo, let's hit a quick 6 to 8 million in the next 3 to 5. Let's see what's really good if we keep this cast together. But no, another fail, another fumble of black business. Another media company tarnished in real time.
Yo, my man, yo, he plugged in at Revolt. This, that, and the third. Let's go have a lunch meet. Sit down, yo, it's my brother, Math, and you know, this, that, da. I'm like, all right, cool, all right, it's your brother, all right, my man. Nigga introduced me to Jay Reed.
If y'all don't know who Jay Reed is, that's fucking hilarious. Y'all don't know who Jay Reed is.
So Jay Reed sends me what's supposed to be a Revolt contract.
Okay.
And I'm not looking at this like friendship and ego. Sure, that's a part of it, but it's a small part. I'm looking at this as business disguised as loyalty. You're paying these men peanuts. You're paying them damn near nothing. They got $500 contracts. They got to do your bidding at will. You asking Champ to come pick you up because your car broke down. Ninja, if you don't jump in an Uber.
I came out of prison. I'm hungry.
Right.
I'm starving.
Right.
So I'm going to do what everybody is not doing. I'm going to get the drinks.
Right.
I'm going to take out the garbage. Mav noticed that off the rip. He's like, yo, you want to manage the shop?
3 hours later.
I run to the store, get the liquor, do all the little shit I do. We start the episode. The episode went well. After the episode was done, I'm cleaning up. Everybody done left, like the guests and they peoples left. And he like, yo, Champ, let me holler at you real quick. I'm like, what's up? He like, yo, I ain't gonna pay you for this interview. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm like, what do you mean you're not gonna pay me for this interview? What do you mean? Why not? He said, because you got to bring sponsors, bro. That's the lay of the land. And I said, when the fuck did you think of that?
When you start to treat your homies like employees, cool. You're trying to put them on staff. You're trying to put them on. You're trying to be the plug. But then you paying them like lackeys. And then you stop paying them because now you're looking like, oh, you getting the big head. I can do it by myself.
So I say, yo, I got a contract from y'all from before, from da-da-da-da-da. He says, I don't know who the fuck that is. Stop talking to them immediately.
Puff says this.
No,
Dion says, yeah.
So I'm like,
And it was supposed to be a Revolt contract that you were looking at.
Strike two. Strike two.
Okay.
But when you're not realizing that you have a cast of A players, Space Ghost behind the scenes cooking the videos in real time, Esso and Heineken really bringing in the numbers because Esso has connections within the industry. And we'll get to that because the fact that Math Hoffa, with a great podcasting platform, with a great media platform, is still trying to rap is insane to me. But we gonna get to it because this whole friendship dynamic is sick. 7 co-hosts left that show. And my theory is that they were not being paid at all, like no bread. So it does not make sense for Math to grandstand and get on this fireside chat and say, strike one. They did this, strike two. What did you do as the leader of your ship? What did you do as the captain? Like, you're running this business. If you see men trying to hit backdoor deals, one of the things he said was Esso. I'm assuming he's speaking about Esso primarily in this interview because he didn't want to bring up Mecca.
I kind of rather not speak on Mecca because we haven't spoken in like 9 months.
So when he brought up that Esso asked for $5K and he get DJ Clue to spin the record, I said, oh, this man's not being paid enough.
And then after that, a nigga taps me and say, yo, give me 5,000. I could get Clue to play it.
So if you realize you have top tier talent, your AdSense, your YouTube is making $200K a month. Now is the time to invest back in your business. Now is not the time to go to the Chrome Heart store. Now is not the time to go to the Porsche dealership. Now is not the time to buy your mom's a crib. It can wait. Math Hoffa, put the money back into the business. Pay your co-host now. Lock it in. You could have easily locked in BagFuel.
Listen, we offered him BagFuel. When he gave us the paperwork that you don't know about, the paperwork said, will you develop another show? I said, we don't have to develop another show because you saw, we'll give you BagFuel. You can just pay us for BagFuel. He was like, I don't want that shit.
Yeah, he laughed in our face.
He laughed. He's like, I don't want that shit. And he came up with the drop.
The drop.
And I was like, why would we do the drop, Math? Because it's too many people. Right? It's 4 people in studio, blah, blah, blah. I said, let's do this. He didn't want BagFuel. And everything, I said, Heineken, I don't understand why would he not want BagFuel? Because he's in the business of trying to hold on to us, and we're giving it to him on a platform because we were looking at like, we just gonna build right here.
Easily sign them boys, and even if you was on your petty time, you could have gave him a Diddy contract. You could have shelved him. If you was really bossed up like that, but you not. You doing fireside chats on Rory and Maul trying to save face.
Put it on the table, bro, if you feel this way. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be men about it.
Let's be men about it. Yeah. If it's the money, ask me for a raise. That never happened.
Right.
That never happened. So how is it the money? It's not the money.
Yeah.
If you remember, I was like, this isn't right. I wasn't signing it.
Yeah, you was marking
Everybody had it, and I was the one.
So y'all got contracts and everything.
Yeah, we had a contract. This is the
I never saw a contract.
This is the crazy shit about it. Yes, we are. I asked him, I said, does Mecca got a contract? But Mecca was getting paid too. So I know Mecca got a contract because he was telling Mecca to bring in guests. It was incentive laden. Like if you bring a guest, you get money, you get this, you get that. I signed it last. And he waited for me to sign it. You know what I'm saying? After we signed it, that's when everything, I'm going to be honest, that's when everything went left.
This is fake contracts and backdoor deals. Yes, because if no paperwork was ever signed, if Math does not have any receipts on this Revolt, contract or whatever they were speaking to, he said he was working on getting the team more money. He was trying to allocate more funds. And during that time, because nobody knows how long this discussion went on for, this could have been a 2-month conversation or a 2-year conversation with Revolt. But the fact that Math doesn't wake that up, he doesn't say, yo, I was trying to get a New York Times Joe Budden type contract where you see the 20 million at the top, but then you start to layer in the co-host. Champ makes 1.5. Esso and Heineken make 3 mil for, like, it wasn't structured like that. So we're getting a nothing burger. We're getting street ninja word salad in real time. So I look at all of this very crazy. This is the equivalent of having a side chick. You know you ain't never really gonna make her the main, but you just gave it, you got her tagging along. She's here for a good time, not a long time, but you playing around, and that's the equivalent to a $500 W-2 type deal that Math was handing out. Sir, the last time I checked, this was a media house. This was a urban hip-hop branded barbershop internet cooking podcast. We trying to build a conglomerate. We trying to build a sole proprietorship, and Math Hoffa trying to get his bars played on the radio. And this is why it's warped to me. This is why ninjas don't make sense to me, because I'm looking at a $2 million brand in real time. And my pride and ego, my hip hop brain is telling me, let me go try and rap. Who's trying to listen to Math bars in 2025?
I heard it already.
If Math dropped an album right now, it would go double copper. Let's please stop. So I'm in agreement with Esso when he says, yo, I'm not in the music industry. I'm giving you BagFuel. Let's work on the media thing. Let's get to this real money. I can see the lines being blurred in real time. You go into a meeting, you trying to chop it up, you trying to produce for a new show, and Math continues to say, yo, what's up with Clue? What's up with Clue? What's up with my record? Come on, brother. I'm just here to get my 500 and go home.
I can speak for myself. Like, he didn't do me dirty.
So we got to stop the madness. I'm looking at Math like, come on, bro. You tarnished your entire business model in real time over 2000's rap validation. Gross negligence of a media business in real time. Masterclass by Math Hoffa.
The lights going out in the shop is just like, nigga, stop. This is like God telling me, stop. Stop. Look around. Shit is falling apart. Stop. You think about this? You try to keep this going? Go take care of that. You know what I mean? I was telling people, I was like, yo, I'm not mentally, I'm not here.
Absolutely not.
I'm wearing a fucking mask right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we normalize not trauma bonding? Can we normalize not bringing your personal business into a situation that revolves around contracts, egos, business, money? Like, we don't need to know that you got your third kidney last week. I don't want to know that you got into a car accident. God forbid. Like, I don't want to know these things. So when Math Hoffa sits up here on this fireside chat and Rory and Maul continue to lob him softball question after softball question, this is where it gets warped to me. Grown men should never play victim online. Never. If you want to have these confessions to your close friends at home, that's dope. But when you get online and start saying, these men did me dirty, loyalty this, loyalty that, this is not the streets. Pay people their worth. If you're paying me $500 a show, I'm slated to do 8 shows. You cut that. Now I'm doing 3 shows a month. Tell me what grown adult human being can survive off a $1,500 W-2.
I need to kid in me and say, yo, this nigga's making $200,000 a month, right? And I said, I don't care.
Yeah, but my reason for saying that, because it get lost, it wasn't the fact that he's making it that was the issue. It was he was making it and not paying us.
And not paying us on time. I said, technically, hon, when he don't pay us, he's in breach of contract. I'm a free agent. So I said, he can't hold us like most niggas will hold you and do. I said, I'm a free agent. So if niggas think that we really this hot and I'm really this good, I'm going to bet on myself. And I told him just like this. This is the last thing I said. I said, as long as we got Space Ghost to film my shit, I'll be okay.
Come on, Math, we got to stop. 7 co-hosts, not 1. Not even 3. 7 people left my expert opinion because of financial reasons. You don't even talk to Mecca at this very moment, going on about 9 to 10 months. So looking at the story, I'll never let these men cosplay as victims. You are not a victim. You went to the Chrome Heart store. You dropped $20K on a Louis V shopping spree. Don't ask me how I know all these things. I'm deep in the lore. So when I'm looking at these situations, this is a cautionary tale to all men to get your paperwork in order. Get a fiduciary for your fiduciary. Look at your legal team and say, are these people of my best interest? And if not, we got to keep it rocking and rolling in the free world, because getting done dirty like this is nasty. If I'm putting my whole entire effort into a show, I'm Esso, I'm Heineken, I'm trying to really give it up. I'm bringing the heat. Because we saw when Heineken went toe-to-toe with Yayo and got smoked in real time. You were internet and then just sit down. Please stop talking to me like that. I'm sorry, Yayo sunned you.
Cardi B.
Why you screaming and yelling on the show?
I left Cardi B to go rock with
you made him
why
you so hostile?
Nah,
you made him retarded. Why you screaming and yelling and pumping?
Yeah,
chill out, man.
You just made him retarded.
Chill out.
Don't do that. You're not gonna do that.
Yo,
I left
chill
Cardi
out.
B.
Stop telling me what I'm gonna do when I'm not
me
doing
with
it.
Cardi B.
Heineken,
And
stop.
I went to go rock
Heineken,
Slick.
Heineken, chill out.
Don't do that.
Heineken, stop telling me what you gonna do and not do, because I know you was an internet nigga. So just chill, my nigga. Stop doing that, my nigga. I met you from This Is 50. Chill out, man.
Before This Is 50.
Where?
Yo.
On the block?
No, ask him.
Yo, man, my nigga, you bent right now. I'm just gonna chill, my nigga. This nigga's tripping.
It's okay though. I would have sat my ass down too, right? Respectfully, I'm not gonna play armchair expert. I got you. But looking at my expert opinion, I have to look at Math as the leader of that ship. I have to look at Math as the one who saw. He tried to flex his YouTube AdSense. That's where he went wrong. Instead of flexing, let's invest back into the business. Let me make sure all of my guys are straight. Let's lock in 2-year deals and let's get to this money. But no, you want to be a rapper. You want to get your music played on DJ Clue. And this is where I land the plane, because fake contracts, backdoor deals, handshakes, all of this, my brother, family, it's all love. It's all kumbaya until the checks stop coming, until the checks stop clearing. Now you have to sit up on these podcasts and debunk and defame these narratives. That's why it's crazy to me, because you didn't have to get to this point. You could have put your hard hat on and went to work, but you decided that you wanted to go to the Chrome Heart store. You decided that you needed maybe that new Escalade. I heard the electric truck was a vibe. So I get it. That money came in fast, but at the same time, I'll never let these men cosplay as victims. But I gracefully digress. Let me know what you think. Is Math Hoffa really the businessman he thinks he is, or is this pride and ego blocking a blessing? Hit the like button for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. This is the Furious Robinson podcast, a Sick Times Media production. Stay dangerous.